Yeah, so what's up, everyone? I just woke up, man. I slept for 3 hours. Laid down at 3 and just woke up, man. It's like 6 o'clock. Let me see. Yeah, 5:30. 5:34 exactly. Dude never fucking. I went over to dude's house across the street. His wife said that he had a hard time getting an alternator or something still, and he's supposed to be back here tonight, and so I haven't even worked on that yet. And that's why I went and took a nap. Because I stay up late every night. And this is normally when I would be taking my nap on the boat. When I'm chartering. Around this time, and like right when dinner's done, people are, they want to relax stuff, hang out, have a drink or two, I'll probably just kick back, But, yeah, I'm waiting for this dude to get back, man. So, I don't know what to do with myself, man. And what's funny is, as soon as I unlist my bed, I get a message for it. Like, come on, man. And I already, unlisted it, and then he said he wanted it, and that's $500. I never responded, man. I didn't respond yet, and I don't want to sell it, man. I don't. I really don't. I really don't. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to stick it in the storage unit. I think I'm going to have to just figure out something, because I need the money. I can use the money. Now, I was planning on using a lot of that money to, do the trip, because, the money I have is for the boat, and it hurts to even thinking about using that money for something else, man. I would be very upset because I've been working so hard for it, and I don't know, man. It's hard, especially when you're banking everything on something, and and you believe in something so much, and I don't know. It's hard, man, because people, nobody around me in my family. I don't have no friends that are supporting me in this, everyone I know is douchebags, man. I'm serious. Everyone I know. And then when I do bring up what I'm doing and stuff, they don't want no part of it, they don't, they don't believe me either, That was another thing, too, with my dad, man. My dad didn't understand, the whole Facebook thing and stuff, and, I told him that, I'm going to be doing YouTube and Facebook, and, I'm going to be traveling the world, and my dad just didn't see it, man. My dad he couldn't see it, and he almost he caused problems because of it, because he basically told me that I'm stupid to try to chase my dream, that I wasn't capable of accomplishing this, and that everything I did, I'm just going to fail at it, and then I'm going to lose everything that I have, and I'm going to end up back in prison or some crazy shit. And I'm like, whoa. This is crazy, and this is coming from the man, right, that just seen me come home, right, and make over $100,000, more money than he's ever made in one year. He's never made that type of money. He was a groundsman at Dearborn Public Schools, engineer. He made maybe 50 grand tops. 48 grand. That's not a lot of money. So why are you sitting here telling me I'm not capable of doing something when I was just running a multi-million-dollar corporation? And it gets frustrating because, it's everybody. It's not just him. It was my whole family. And then no friends either, I remember too, I came home, nobody called me, man. Nobody. Listen, man, all those people that you think are your friends are not your friends. They're not. They're not. And you can simply, it's easy to find out if someone's your friend or not. And you know how? If a friend is over your house and they're truly a friend, they're not going to ask to go in your fridge. They're just going to go in the fridge. They're not going to ask to come in the house. They're going to be allowed to come in the house. That person has a conscience that they're allowed in my home. They're allowed to go in my fridge. They're allowed to eat. And another thing too, you want to know what a true friend does as well, including family? They'll make sure you never go hungry. They'll stop by, bring food. They'll check up on you. Like I check up on my little brothers, which are the only ones I were checking up on, which I stopped that too as well because they wasted my time. They would waste my time and, tell me, I'll tell them I'm on my way over just to check up on them and stuff, They'd be like, oh yeah, come on over. And then I'll come over, they're not even there. So you got to remember, like, I'm not driving, right? The second, so I just rode a bike, 15 miles to come see you, and you know this, and then you take off, you know what I mean, and don't even say anything or contact me and say, hey, I might not be there when you get there. I got to go take care of this. No, you think they did that? No, they didn't. So I kicked them to the curb as well because it was just affecting me. It wasn't. I was concerned about them, but there was no concern for me. So why go through the effort and hurt myself because it hurt. It hurts to see this, and this is my whole family, And I know I'm not the only family out there that's person that's going through this with their family, man. I see it time and time again, over and over and over again. So, it sucks to see this shit. And it's so, I don't know, it's so like, it's like almost like normal, man. It's like the norm, and it wasn't like that growing up. It wasn't, man. Like, all this crazy, like, maybe I don't know, maybe I was just too young and didn't notice it, I know crazy stuff was going on then too, I mean, the 90s were crazy to me, where I grew up and how I grew up. But I feel the internet and Facebook has made people more complacent. People are just more okay with whatever is happening in their life, And I know a lot of it too, has to do with the internet and the phone, seeing all this stuff, and you see all these things you want to do, and you get so used to not being able to do it, you just say fuck it, and you don't ever really strive, because it's hard to do that stuff every day. I don't care what anybody says, it's hard. It is. It's hard to wake up every day and go to school and test and pay bills and all that other stuff, it's this shit's stressful. And then, have food and, go out with friends and have money, for nice clothes and to go do things, all that stuff is expensive, man. All that stuff adds up. And that's what always discourages people because they never have the money in the first place to do it. They want to do all these nice things, they sit on the phone, but they can't think of a way to do it or, how to get the money to do it. So that's just like today. It's frustrating for me, right? I'm hungry. I have food, I've ate today. I have food to hold me over, but it's not stuff that I really, really want. And that's another thing too, you gotta learn to be thankful for what you have. That was the hardest thing for me. Learning to live with what I already have, and not spending so much money going out all the time to eat, instead of just sitting at home, learning how to do all that stuff, pay bills on time, I've done all those things before, but, I've also had help when I was younger as well, I had those apartments, so people were staying with me, my dad was helping me more than he was now, so, which he shouldn't be helping me. I'm a grown man. That's another thing that I've been struggling with, man. Like, people want to be with their family, right? Like, for instance, me and my dad have been together our whole life. My dad got divorced. I was 11. My dad hasn't been married. Well, he's been married once since then, but me and him have been together, My two older brothers' father, I consider my real dad. Me and him are like like that, you know? And that's how we were my whole life. Like, I've always lived with this man, you know, and you gotta remember, man, I'm about to be 34. First of all, if you want a woman in your life, a wife, don't expect to have that relationship to work out if you can't have your own home with that woman, or vice versa. If you're a woman and you're trying to make it work out with your man, you can't have other people live in the home, especially parents. Um, it causes problems, first of all. Second of all, what woman wants to be in a home, right? I'm about to be 34, you know. This woman wants to see me, successful, wants to be with somebody that has their stuff together. You know, if I have my dad living over here, what do you think she's going to think? He's paying the bills. He's taking care of the house. Right? So, but that wasn't the case. I was taking care of the house, you know. It's my house. Everything is mine. Everything in the house was mine, you know? So you got to remember to learn that you don't have to stay with family, man. You don't have to stay with those people. You don't. Because he is lonely. Because, listen, my dad is lonely, right? My dad is lonely. He's always been in and out of relationships. My whole life, he's made me feel like I need to be with him. I felt bad. Instead of pursuing my goals, instead of pursuing, what I want to do, instead of leaving. My whole time, every time I come back to Michigan or I stay here in Michigan, it's because of him. So now that we don't have that bond, that connection, which I broke on purpose, um, I'm free. I don't have that burden anymore, man, or concern about, what it is he's doing, or we need to live together, because it was shit. It was. He didn't put any effort into anything. So if you're in that situation with anybody, whether it's family or, friends, or it doesn't really matter who it is, start putting yourself in a situation where you can get out of that. Start, putting money to the side. Start looking for other ways, another home or something, or get that person out of the home, if you're able to pay for it, take care of the place. Because you're gonna sit there and you're gonna regret it, and you're gonna sit there and justify all these reasons to stay for no reason. It's just gonna hurt you. So, that was a real hard experience for me recently, which I kind of knew already it was gonna happen before I came home, um, but I wanted to give it a benefit of the doubt. I love my dad, so it was really important for me to try to make it work, and it didn't. So I'm moving on, and it hurts, I could be doing all these crazy things, and trying to sabotage people, and it doesn't make any sense to do all that stuff, man. Just carry on. Just, give them what give them what they deserve, give them what's fair, make sure they get their belongings and stuff, and just separate, man. Just separate. Just go different ways, man. Part ways. Not every person is meant to be in your life forever. If you keep those people in your life, you're damaging yourself, your spirit, and their spirit as well. You're consciously keeping your soul, and that person's soul to get to heaven. So it doesn't make any sense to do so. So don't do it. Just don't, Just carry on. It's the best thing for you. I'm gonna let go of this video, it's almost 15 minutes. I'm gonna cut short anyways. Um, I gotta go see what's going on with this guy's car. He's supposed to show up soon, so I've been waiting on him all day. I got a nice nap in though, so it was nice. I'm gonna go fuck around with this computer and get ready for the night. It's gonna be a long night. I know it. I'm gonna do some yoga tonight and stuff, and I gotta start planning, So I gotta get all that stuff in order. Hopefully I'll be able to deliver something exciting soon, because I know these talks are gonna be getting boring eventually. But maybe we'll do a Bible study tonight or something, Maybe I'll find, some cool stuff on the internet and can show you guys what I might be doing, Hopefully I find something cool because I don't want to ride along the Lake Erie, and not have anything cool to see, anything historical or, something I haven't seen or experienced. So that's the whole point of it. So I'll see what I can find tonight, If I find anything, I'll share with y'all. So, everyone just take it easy, man. God bless. Get in the Word. Get in the Word. It's worth it. It really is. But I'll see y'all later, man. Peace out.